Sup? It's been quite a long time, hasn't it? Uh, yeah, as you can see, my settings have changed. Why is that? Because I have gone to a new college. I have my own room. So, yeah, and that might be a reason as to why my voice is not as loud as it might be, because my roommates, well, apartment mates, but just for the sake of, I'll call them roommates. They have their own rooms, and I don't want to be too loud. Like they come out of, I mean, they're cool, but like I don't want them to be like, "Hey, what's going on here? Why are you speaking so loud?" And I'm like, I have to explain to them that I'm making a YouTube video, and you get what I'm saying. So I'll try to keep my voice as normal as possible. But that being said, I'm the methodical AAA. If you don't like me, frankly, I don't give a doo-doo. Anyway, yeah, it feels good to say that again. Anyway, I have a story. It's not like, at least I don't think it's a crazy story. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for me it's a cool story, but all right, it's pretty much my first college party. But first I have to tell you about the week leading up to, so you can understand my mindset going into this college party. Starting from the week that I moved into my place, I registered for my classes and I got the number of a girl, right? I'm gonna call her C. Sure, C. And C was really cool. She wanted me to come out and stuff, party, because apparently there were over the weekend, leading into the first day of class, there were a bunch of parties that I had no idea about. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't see you at any of these parties. What were you doing?" I was like, there were parties? I mean, look, I'm a college student. I know about the existence of parties. I just didn't know parties were happening that early. So that was a surprise to me. And she was like, "Yeah," well, in text form, she was like, "Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't there." And I was like, you know what? Next party I'm going to. So Monday rolls around and class starts. And I don't know, maybe it's the fact that I have to go to class now, or maybe it's just these particular classes are, but my enthusiasm, just in general, my enthusiasm just drops. I'm spending a lot of time in my room, just alone. However, I did chill with C one time, and I had to cut it short because I had to go to class, but that was good. And funny part is, she told me to meet her somewhere, so I was like, all right, I'll meet her there. I met her in her room. I did not see that coming. I did not see that. I was like, wait, where am I? You're in my room. I was like, what the hell? Listen, in my mind, I wasn't expecting nothing, all right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not thinking oh, word, she brought me to her room. You know what she wants. I wasn't thinking that. I was just surprised. I was like, holy shit, this is spacious. And if I'm to be honest, that was probably the first time a chick has ever invited me to her room. So, I mean, yeah, that's the place where you live. That's where you reside, and it's cool. But continuing the story, as the week goes on, my enthusiasm just drops to the point where I'm just like, hey, I guess I could chalk it up to the first week of class. Everything is all loopy and stuff. But if it continues like this, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I already know that it was it's cold up here. That's why I'm wearing a sweater. But I already knew it was cold and it would be snowing, but bro, oh my god, come Friday, it was snowing like a bitch. The bus, the bus that goes around the campus, to take me back to my room. I was waiting for the bus. I was like, this is bullshit. I had my Indian food in my hand and I was just waiting. I was like, this bus is not coming. Oh god. And I was like, you know what? I bit the bullet and I walked out into the snow. No matter how many layers I had on, snow was still hitting me in my face. I was just getting real pissed. I was like, oh my god, this is not good. So like, as soon as I got back to my room, I was just steaming. I was just like, this is, oh my God, this, because there was a party like that Friday night. Like that Friday, this was Friday, that Friday night there was a party. I was like, yo, this party better be off the freaking chain. I swear. And there was something like leading into the party. Well, it wasn't really leading into the party. It was like, so like the party was like at 10, 11 or something. And at 5, it was like a transfer student pizza party. I wasn't planning to go to shit, but like C, thank you C, oh God, C invited me to go to this pizza party. So I was like, sure, why not? By the time I got there, pizza party was already in full swing and shit. And I sat down with C and her friends. You might be wondering why like I seem so stressed about talking about this particular thing. Let me put it this way. There's an entire group of people and you are the only one not saying anything. What the hell was wrong with me? What? Yo, I can't even put into words how awkward this situation was for me. And like they were talking about like, oh yeah, well, like we're going to, you know, party later tonight. They weren't saying it to me, but they were saying it amongst themselves. I mean, obviously I understand why they wouldn't say it to me because I'm just some guy sitting there that happens to kind of know this one person that knows all of you. So I can understand, but like, oh. And like the only time I spoke was like to clarify. I was like, oh, so this thing is happening, you know. I didn't say it as nonchalant and as natural as I might be saying it now, but like I you know, I said it in an awkward way. And yeah, they were like, oh yeah, totally, you should come through. I mean, they didn't say it like, you know, laughing. I mean, they said it kind of in an uncomfortable way because it was, I understand, because I didn't say shit. So I'm feeling uncomfortable because I'm taking too long to say shit, and they're feeling uncomfortable because there's a guy right here who's not saying anything that just happens to be sitting here for some reason. This entire situation was just anyway, I walked with C and her friend to their, well, I didn't walk to their place, but like I walked halfway there pretty much. And I asked C's friend a question, and I was like, I asked C's friend a question, and she's like, she paused. She like, I was like this. Hey, can I ask you a question? And C's friend was like, yep. Again, uncomfortableness. The question I asked was to clarify, like, you know, what time, like, we're gonna be meeting back at this place, right? Yeah, she told me the time, and it was gonna be like 2 hours from then, and we just split off. And by the time I got back to my dorm room, I was pissed, but at myself, because what the hell was that? What the hell was that? No, really, what? Why was I so awkward? Why was I so quiet? What? That didn't accomplish anything. I should get a freaking Oscar for like the most awkward performance in any social setting, because 4 people in conversation and the 5th person is just there on his phone, freaking not saying a goddamn thing. Why is this person there? Why is this person there? Seriously, like my phone, it went from like 50% to 10% because I was on it so much because I didn't say anything. What kind of bullshit was that? So C texted me around 10 o'clock. saying to be back at where they were at around 10:40, and oh my god, yeah, like I was thinking to myself, like, you know, prior to me leaving, I was like, you know what, I have the sneaking suspicion that these people are gonna ditch me. Now here's the thing, since it's gonna happen to me, I don't want that to happen. I'm pissed if that shit happens. That being said, I would understand why they would. I'm like, I was so fucking awkward. I don't think that they would want that kind of awkwardness when they're trying to have fun. So if they, like, so you might be saying, well, they must have freaking ditched him if he's making a video about it. Not necessarily the case. But I'll explain. So around 10:40, I'm like, what? I got there like 10:30 or something. Like 10:50, these people started showing up. But like I see a bunch of people cramming into a bus, but the bus is full. So like a bunch of people have to leave and like wait for the next bus, and you know, they come into the building, and one of them was C. So I'm thinking, so at the first chance, C was gonna just bounce and go on the bus and leave me to whatever the hell I was gonna do. Yeah, I mean, like I go up to C like, hey, yo, what's up? And she's like, oh yeah, like, you know, you have to wait for the next bus. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm thinking like, yeah, you have to wait for the next bus because you were trying to get on this bus, but it was packed. So if you actually got on this bus, I would probably be stuck here by myself. But as I said earlier, I would completely understand the reason as to why they did that, because they don't need that kind of awkwardness when they're trying to have fun. So I completely understand. But, you know, I'm just saying, note to self, this chick don't give two shits about you, bruh. And while we're waiting for the next bus, like, C's like whole posse's there. Bunch of people that I just don't know. And again, I'm just sitting there quiet, but this time I'm like, I have no reason to actually say anything. I got nothing to say because they don't know me. It's not like, you know, she's introducing me to them, so I have nothing to say. So I was just sitting there and I'm thinking, I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do. I mean, yeah, I guess we're gonna go to some party or something, but I really have no idea what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. And here is where it gets interesting, my friends. So the next bus comes, right? And we all go on the bus. C's sitting with her posse. I sit a couple rows ahead. A bunch of people come on the bus and, you know, take up the seats behind me, separating me from C and this other, like the other, you know, the posse. And a chick, you know, sits next to me, you know, white chick. You know, it's college upstate, of course, white chick. And yeah, I'm just thinking, you know what? Should I start a conversation with this person? I mean, I pretty much disgraced myself like by not saying anything earlier. So should I straight up like start a conversation with this person? I mean, hey, what's the worst that could happen? So I tap this person on the shoulder, right? And yeah, I'm like, hey, do you know like where we're going? And she's like, no, I have no idea. Like my friends said, hey, we're going out. So yeah, like that's why I'm here. Yeah, so like her and I are pretty much in the same boat. And we start talking. Like, you know, she's actually really, really freaking cool. I mean, like, super cool. I'm like, both of us, like, we're just like laughing back and forth. Like, it's really cool. It's like the entire week for me just didn't happen. You know what I mean? Just like I'm laughing with this chick who I just met, and it's like, wow. And like all because like I tapped her on the shoulder and started a conversation with her, which is note to self, be more outgoing. It will save you in the future. Trust me, what happens in the future, like the immediate future, you will be happy. I'm gonna tell you what happened in the immediate future. Yeah, the funny part, oh, you know the funny part? Like her friends were like sitting like right behind us. And the first thing her friend says to me, she's single. Bruh. Oh my god. Oh, it gets so much better. So like half an hour passes, right? Like, you know, we're still like talking and stuff. Yeah, like everybody like, you know, gets off the bus, like go to whatever. But then I noticed that like C is splitting off with her posse, and I didn't even give you the chick that I talked to, like her name. I'm not gonna give you her name. I'm gonna call her B. Okay, B. So C is splitting off with her posse, and B and her posse are splitting off and going to another party. I have a dilemma, but at the same time, it's not that big of a dilemma. Should I go with C and potentially be an outcast because I don't really know anybody there, or go with B, the person who I've been talking to and laughing with for the past half an hour? and have potentially a better time than I would ever have with C and her crew. You already know which one I chose. I went off with B. Me, B, and B's friends, like, we're going to party again. B and I have no idea what the hell's going on. Like, I guess that's like the best part of this situation, because like her and I don't really know what's like gonna happen. So like anything happens, like I guess even though we just met, we kind of have each other's back, which is freaking awesome. Let me tell you, trust me, it gets even better. So we get to this party, right? I'm not trying to be racist or anything. This is not a racist statement, but like, holy shit, there were so many Asians. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm not saying that I should have seen this coming, because B's friends were like all Asian. Like, they were all Asian chicks, and B was the only white girl. And so yeah, B and I are like the only non-Asian people in this entire Asian party. But like, this party is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I envisioned a college party should be. Like, as soon as I get there, people passing out already, people going crazy on the dance floor. That's exactly what I envisioned a college party as. So yeah, like, you know, hang up our coats, go on the dance floor. But bro, let me tell you, B and I'm gonna tell you what I told my friend about this. I'm gonna tell you exactly what we were. We were inseparable. Oh my god, it blew my mind. I can't. It was so magical. It was, yeah, that I just used that word, magical. But like, hey, this is coming from a guy who hasn't had any experience going to college parties. So for me, this is pretty freaking magical. Oh my god. Oh, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I mean, we got real friendly. We got real friendly. I'm like, it was beautiful. Just think of not the raunchiest dance moves you can think of, but the most sensual dance moves you can think of. All of that just between her and I. I don't know which is her, which is I, but just all of that. Just it's beautiful. Just like, you know, it's kind of like when you find someone attractive and then you get confirmation that that person also finds you equally as attractive. It was so, oh, trust me, it gets even better. So it gets up to the point where like her and I, we're still going at it. Like, we're, again, think of the most sensual dances you can think of. And it's up to the point where like she's like, you know, she's facing me, like she's on the wall and stuff. And like, you know, just I can't imitate it now. But like she's on the wall and like we're like so, her and I, so close. Faces touch, foreheads touching, noses touching. And then she went for it. And I was thinking, oh, so that's how it is. I can't, oh my god, I swear to god, like, it was so freaking awesome. I mean, just damn. Again, you might not think it's that big of a deal. Maybe you have many experiences when it comes to college parties, but me, I have zero well, now I have one college party experience. But prior to that, I had no experience going to college parties. So this was, I was thinking, holy shit, this doesn't actually happen in movies. This actually happens to people. Like, well, I knew it happened to people. I'm talking about, like, this actually potentially could happen to me, and it did happen to me. Holy shit, I'm talking tongue, all of that. So I'm not even gonna try to imitate that shit. No, not at all. But just it was beautiful. But here's where it kind of gets kind of messed up. Like, after like 7 minutes of tongue lashing, I don't know what time it was. It was like, what, 2 o'clock in the morning? I guess that's when the party was like ending, I guess. And everybody was splitting off. So like, yeah, B went to get her coat, like, with her friends. So like, I got my coat. And then like, I meet up with her friends. I'm like, hey, where's B? And it was like, I don't know, like, where is she? And I'm like, oh my god, I'll go find her. And and yeah, like, I went to go like find B. Like, it was weird. Like, I was searching all over the house. But eventually, like, you know, I found her. Like, she was fine. I guess she wandered off for some reason. I guess she was kind of she was a little inebriated. But the funny part is, like, when like I went back to her friend straight up said, I swear to God, she said this: "You better not treat my friend like shit, or else I will castrate you." I took that news relatively well. I was like, I believe you. Because honestly, if I do treat her like shit, I deserve it. Because B is freaking awesome. I mean, like, I know, like, I kind of just met her, but like, she is probably like one of the coolest people I have met. Like, straight up. But then B went missing again. So like, her friends try to like, alright, well, if we find, like, obviously B is like kind of, you know, she doesn't, like, she's kind of inebriated at the moment. So like, if we find her, like, we take her home, and like, pretty much like the girl who said, you know, she'd castrate me, I guess she's like the leader of the group. She was like, either you take her home or you have her go with AAA. And I was like, I just got the freaking blessing. Holy shit. Here was the problem. Since like B went missing again, I searched all over the house again to find her. But like, after like 5 minutes of that, I assume like B met up with her friends, and her friends just bounced like along with B. So I was like, where the hell is everybody? And they were gone. Since B and her friends apparently bounced, I didn't get B's number. So god damn it, almost as quickly as B entered my life, she left. But it was cool. Like, I found my way back to my dorm room, and I got here around like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I guess the question I have to ask myself is, would I have gone through that crappy week of just not liking anything that was going on, and would I have gone through that freaking horrible awkwardness of just sitting there in just complete silence while everyone else is having a conversation? Would I go through all of that again to meet B again? Hell fucking yes, I would. Let me just be honest. That was honestly like my first straight up makeout session. I mean, straight up makeout. Like, never had, like, I've had kisses before, but making out, never. Until that Friday night. Yeah, that was my first college party. So until I have more stories, that's all I had to say. So wish me luck in the future. In any case, I'm the methodical AAA. If you don't like me, frankly, I don't give a doo-doo. I really don't give a doo-doo now. Because I have fun. Anyway, peace.